My name is Jim. I was an aeronautic research engineer at NASA from 1989 to 2004. I was recently diagnosed with bone cancer and told that I have 5 months left to live, approximately. I don't want to die with the weight of having concealed information from my human brothers and sisters on my mind, so I'm going to tell you what I know and show you some images and some video that will, if nothing else, help you understand the width and breadth of an incredible conspiracy that has been going on for a lot longer than the United States. Uh, the Illuminati, for lack of a better word, consists of a group of people who have suppressed humanity and have convinced people to be slaves without them even being aware of it. How does this connect to Mars? Well, as it turns out, there's a subterranean species that lives on Mars, a very highly advanced intelligence, and they've been in communication with world leaders for some time. People call the little guys the Greys. When I was working at NASA, I saw one of them. The descriptions everyone's made of them is accurate. The big black eyes, the nose, and well, let's just say they're not the most pleasant creatures to be around. They're fully telepathic. They can read your thoughts and they can implant thoughts into your mind. And they are mischievous in a kind of robotic way. They don't have the same kind of human empathy that we're accustomed to, and they really don't feel that it's wrong to kill, as they consider the great universal intelligence that fills up all of us to be the true life and our human bodies to be kind of like balloons. And for them, killing is just like popping a balloon. I saw them in a laboratory kill a scientist with thoughts and just drop dead, and the thing seemed pleased. Nobody could really do anything about it because we're in the process of sharing technology with these creatures. Though we do admonish them for things like that, they certainly don't do anything to punish them. The photo you're seeing right now is a photo of Sedona on Mars. This photo has been completely photoshopped. If you saw the real photo, now I'm just putting in an overlay here so you can get an idea. You would see some ancient ruins from the civilization that used to exist on Mars but was wiped out by its own technology. This is just going to be the first of many posts. I really don't have the strength to spend much more time doing these things. Check back and I'll post some more. A sound clip that I have. This is a sound clip of a gray alien directly after what we've called a transmutation. This is where he shifted into a sound frequency. I'm going to play this for you, and it's important to understand that these beings they can exist inside of you in the form of thought forms, in the form of negative thought forms, and they reproduce themselves via language and the things you say throughout the day. And I know that's very difficult for some of you to grasp. It was one of the most difficult things for me to understand. We've been so conditioned to think that aliens are green creatures that come down in ships and start blasting us, but the reality is far more sinister and horrifying than that. These beings exist within our very language, our very thoughts, our very thought patterns. I will leave you now, and I will end this video. Following is the sound of a gray alien directly after transmutation. anyway, this will be my third installment, I guess if you want to call it that, of whatever this thing is I'm trying to do. This electronic confessional booth before I die. I hope you can forgive me if I seem a little on the lightheaded side. I am on a great deal of pain medication and a glass of wine, which I was not supposed to mix. This is very hard for me to do. I can't imagine me actually going through with it. You must understand, I have a logical mind, and there seems to me to be a great lack of logic in the idea of allowing a disease to destroy you slowly when the destruction could be easily taken care of by the organism itself. It doesn't make sense to slowly perish painfully. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I'm scared. They're everywhere. And I don't know if death is as much of an escape as we all think it may be. You must forgive me, this is a rough night for me. And if you're out there and you hear this, you just go. You just go. I don't know if anywhere is safe, but you were right. I think you were right, and you don't try to find me because I'm gonna do what we talked about at Anderson Barn. I miss you. What you are watching right now was created by a scientist by the name of Bill Schneider, who worked very closely with the Greys. This device is seeding your subconscious mind so that tonight you will have a very specific dream. I will not go into the details of this dream so that you do not think you have fallen prey to hypnosis or suggestion. This will work regardless of your belief in aliens, interdimensional beings, extraterrestrials, or anything of that nature. I suggest that you only watch this once every 24 hours.
The family of my client has taken out a temporary restraining order prohibiting me from uploading further footage as it contains video that they consider private and possibly damaging to their reputations. If the judge rules otherwise, then I will immediately resume the upload of materials as requested by my client in his last will and testament. Since I began posting these clips, I've received a wide variety of questions regarding the identity of my client and the authenticity of the uploaded media. My client specifically requested that his identity remain concealed until October 1st, 2008. As his attorney, I am legally bound by this request, and as his friend, I have no desire to go against his final wishes. Thank you.
What I'm about to show you, as far as I know, has never been seen by anybody in the civilian world. This is imagery of a gray alien that is clustered in the consciousness of a 28-year-old convict who was serving multiple life sentences for murder. He volunteered for our studies, and we used a technique that was initially devised by Tesla, which allows us to capture thought patterns. And it is within the thought patterns that the original manifestation of the gray aliens. What you're seeing is psychospiritual energy, and you can see the movement, manifestation of a gray alien that has formed a parasitic relationship with the subject. Of course, the reason that the government is subverting the proof of alien life is because alien life is actually taken up habitation within most human consciousness, and from there projects the fear reality that many people consider to be everyday life. Without this fear reality, government as we know it would cease to exist. What you were about to see was one of our initial attempts at contacting the interdimensional beings that we had begun to detect. We found that a certain sound vibration mixed with specific geometric shapes in the visual field combined with human subjective consciousness, it creates a gate through which interdimensional beings can emerge. What you are about to see will bring into your living space a being called a Neth. Do not be frightened. Sometimes it will move small objects throughout your space. In general, it's a little more subtle than that, but undeniable. Don't be afraid, this being will dissipate within 2 hours. I invite you to sit back, open yourself to the shapes on the screen, and allow your consciousness to be the gate through which this being emerges into the world. They taught us that we had been looking for intelligent life in the wrong place. Instead of searching in the macro, we should have been looking in the micro. In the moment we turned our frequencies to the subatomic was the moment we began to receive transmissions. This is one of the first transmissions that we received. Later we became better at decoding them. But this should give you an idea of the type of information that is accepted.
Because if you keep doing this, you're not going to last long, and it's not going to be pretty, all right? And if you die tomorrow, you're going to be lucky, okay? So you better start doing what you're doing and leave it alone. You don't understand that you're surrounded. You don't even know what you're talking about, all right? If you do this anymore, do you want the stomach aches to start getting worse? Jim, do you want to have to go visit the doctor pretty soon and find out what he has to say if you don't shut the fuck up.
You don't scare us, we're the children of the dawn. We were here long before you, will be here when you are gone. Your engines run on blood, our engines run on love.
Kids, it's me, Little Hobo, and boy do I got a special little treat for you today. It's a clip from your favorite NASA scientist, Jim. So sit back and enjoy the do. Shut
Oh, bear me under the weeping willow, yes, under the weeping willow tree, so he may know where I am sleeping, and perhaps he will weep over me.
9, 7, 1, 5. 3, 9, 7, 1, 5. 3, 9.
We were informed that our planet had fallen prey to a kind of cosmic plague. The primary symptom of this disease is an obsession with matter. This obsession with matter is the root cause of all human suffering. They told us that our planet was in the third and final stage of the disease and that we should do whatever we could to find the people most afflicted and heal them. We were initially met with great resistance by those we attempted to heal, but gradually we refined our techniques and had a nearly 100% success rate. They told us that after the Martian apocalypse, those of us that were left boarded a holographic ship, an interdimensional craft designed to carry us to another planet we could live on. The ship had been designed by the master builders so that during the very long journey, we would all experience different states of reality designed to wash away the contamination that had happened prior to the apocalypse that caused the destruction of our planet. Essentially, all of us would hallucinate different existences, and through these existences over the course of time, we will begin to come to an understanding of our true nature. But there was an accident. The ship passed through the dust of Vernexeg, and this caused the projection systems to malfunction. The reality that many of us were experiencing within the pod became corrupt. Many of us became greedy, selfish, egotistical, and began to fall into the exact egoic patterns that caused our initial apocalypse. Because of this, the control system of the ship woke some of us up. It began to reveal to us the temporary and permanent and false nature of the reality that we are experiencing. The control system compelled us to try to wake up those around us. But when we did, we were met with intense resistance. Many of us died within our pods. They told us that within the next 3 years, we will reach our destination. And if the ship is not purified, and if those within the pod have fallen prey to negativity and corruption, they will be destroyed. And only those of us who have purified ourselves, as the initial program intended, will be allowed to exist in our new home. universe was a kind of tuning fork of consciousness, and that we could tune into its intelligence and hear messages. What you are about to hear is an early example of this technology.
You